Welcome back to another episode of the Dope Content Podcast, brought to you by dopecontent.com.
Yeah.
We are here today with a very special guest, man. I've been wanting to get my guy on for a while, and he is the first gospel artist to join the Dope Content Podcast, and I wanted him to be the first gospel artist because, again, we go way back. This is a homie. This guy's a dope musician, a dope artist, a dope writer, a dope producer. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only Mark Ayers Jr. in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, what's up? Appreciate you for having me, man.
Man, yes, sir.
Finally, man.
Man, finally, bro. How's everything going, man?
Man, it's going. You know what I'm saying? Life is life. Adulthood is adulting.
Yeah.
And all that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I can't complain, man.
Yes, sir, man. How the fam doing? Everybody good over there?
Everybody good, man. My boys growing up, and it's just I'm getting old.
Boy, I'd say, look, I right there with you, bro. I am right there with you. But man, I appreciate you coming on. I know we had some technical difficulties, but it is what it is. That's part of streaming that people don't talk about. So I'm very transparent with my audience, so they already know what it is with me.
Yeah.
But we always do it when we have a guest on for the first time. We kind of go from the beginning to to where they are now, and then the second time and on forward we hit some heavy hitting stuff. So just But let's go ahead and get into a little background, let the people know about you, man. So once again, you are a musician. I met you as a bass player. What other instruments are you playing right now?
Right now, sometimes the little keys. Definitely playing guitar.
Okay.
Acoustic and electric. When it calls for the purpose or whatever. But still playing bass. People always ask me, still playing bass? I still play bass.
Yeah.
Pretty frequently. So yeah, man. Same thing.
That's what's up, man. So with that said, as a musician, how did you get your start? Was it a church thing, family thing? How did this all start with you?
Yeah, man. We all started in church, man. But my dad was and still does play bass sometimes. But he was playing and everything, and he would be with the Keith Taylors and all the great guys around here and everything. So I started out playing drums, and I was playing drums at church. I kind of was getting a little bored of that, and I wanted to learn another instrument. You know what I'm saying?
You get bored of drums?
Hey, I was, I want to learn something else, man.
Yeah.
And I saw my dad playing bass. It was just something different about it, man. So I asked my dad one day, can I, can you, show me or whatever, I'm interested. And he told me, he said, I'll get you started, but you got to develop everything else on your own. You know what I'm saying? Your own sound, your own feel, your own identity. And so I remember I started when I was 12 playing the bass, and we were kind of like at the house every week practicing. Every day I was practicing. Yeah. And then my dad was like, whenever you feel like you're ready, we're gonna debut it at church. You know what I'm saying? So I was like trying to get all my stuff together, man.
Yeah.
I was trying to, do all that. And I remember one Sunday I walked in with the bass, and everybody was like, what, and hey, I felt like I was lighting that mug up, when I played that week.
Yeah.
And everybody was just so surprised, man. But it just, it kind of took off, and I was playing some big major stuff around that, like 14 and 15, 17, all that stuff, man. I started getting, pretty deep into stuff and started traveling a little bit and, started doing that, and it just kind of took off, man. It just linked up, and I forget, me and you was linked up probably around like 19 or 20, I don't know, but
somewhere around
it was somewhere around there, man.
Young 20s at least.
Yeah, we was young, man. And man, so it just grew in. I'm glad I did learn, because it created a lot of relationships, what I'm saying, outside of money and all the other stuff. I met some pretty cool people that I still rock with till today, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So I know you mentioned your dad teaching you bass and being one of your influences. Is there any other influences out there as far as the music
man. Yeah, it's a long list. You know, Sheree Reed.
Ooh, beast.
What that I
That
used
YouTube
to
video.
sleep. Yo, I used to eat, sleep, whatever.
Yeah.
All his videos, man. Him, Snoop Evans. Shoot, man. It's so many people. Left Hand Kevin,
Yeah.
Keith Taylor, Braylon Lacey.
Yeah.
Man, it's just it's so rich, man. Like I was taking stuff from everybody. Man, Thaddeus Tribbett, you know what I'm saying? All his off notes and the order, the substitutions.
Yeah.
I just kind of like found myself at one time because at one time everybody was trying to be Thaddeus. Like this
Yeah.
dude changed the game.
Yeah.
Tying everybody, but I literally tried to take everything that he did. Man, I just was just so blown away by how he approached music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Derek Hodge. Uh, man, it's just so many people, man, that I really just really it's man, I could go on and go on.
Yeah.
John Petitucci, all type of
Mm.
people. It's
Mm.
my dad really listens to him a lot, and so that's how I got into listening to Petitucci, and then you kind of got to go to Goucher and all those gospel great guys, and yeah, man. So it's something to from. I'm a big old gumbo of bass players that I really admire. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
just took from different people and try to put it in my arsenal and try to be, um, versatile and and all that type of stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, you see, yeah, that's how it's done. That's how you do it. So 'cause that's what I do as a drummer.
Yeah,
I can name at least 25 drummers that I've taken
Yeah.
stuff from, and just like
Yeah.
let me try to put a little here, make it my own. But it's
Yeah.
just it's talent everywhere, man, out here. So, now you did turn into a gospel artist, and we're gonna get into all that. But before we do that, what are some of your favorite moments as just simply a bass player? What have been some of your favorite moments?
Man, it's so many, man. I remember, like humble beginnings. Like,
Yeah.
we all done had some tour stints and some fill in and some subs and all that type of stuff. I remember way back when we hit the Avant gig,
Avant,
we
yes.
did it was just all type of stuff, man. I remember the first, travel stuff that I did,
Yeah.
sleeping in a hotel with, 5 people in one room and, all type of stuff. But I appreciated it and I'm learning from it. Everybody in the van stuck in there and sleeping and snoring and all that type of stuff. So, all that stuff, man, it created who I am today.
Yeah.
And I try not to live life by any regrets or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all a part of building you and creating your, you know what I'm saying, identity of who you are. So it's like, man, all of that stuff, the mess ups, the good, the bad, all that stuff build me, man. So yeah, that's the type of stuff I can't really like pinpoint one part, but it's sessions I've been a part of, being at concerts and just looking at being close to some of my favorite people I like to hear, or playing at the Prophet Bar with RC them, or it's all type of stuff. I can't really. I remember we was at the one spot we used
Was
to
it
do
Indigo?
over there.
Indigo Jazz?
Indigo,
Yeah.
and all that stuff, man. We was,
Jeez.
man, all that, man. And really, and then had Sean coming through and everybody, teaching us stuff, and and I learned standards like that, jazz standards, and the stuff. It's all that, man. It's not really one thing. You know what I'm saying? All of that. It's so much, man.
Man, I'm glad you here because you have the Indigo Jazz experience with me. You have the Avant experience with me. And then the shady promoters and all that. With somebody lied and told us that they was Avant's manager. And come to find out they wasn't Avant's manager. Anyway, we had the the Artnetic open mic joint. The Artnetic open mic joints. That's when Sean came through, King, Cleon, and all them. So shout out to them for that. But I'm glad you're here because you are a gospel artist, and my granddad and people, in that generation, he's a But they hear
Oh
me say,
wait! Don't forget the Rome tour. We was getting ready for the
bro,
90s tour. We was really rehearsing for that 90s tour, dog. Ready to take off, and they canceled all that stuff. Oh my god!
yeah,
Well, yeah, go ahead.
I thought we was about to take. Yeah,
we was about to.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, dog. Go ahead, dog.
So
go ahead, dog.
When I tell my granddad or my granddad hears that I'm playing like at one of any of these brick houses or just anything around town, Profit Bar, whatever, their mind goes to the Ray Charles days of the music industry where they think everybody is in the club. If you're a musician, you in the club smoking crack and you mess with these females. I'm like, yo, this is not what we're doing. We're not out here like getting drunk, there are some musicians that get drunk and high, but we're not. All of us are not doing it, right?
Yeah.
So we're not getting drunk. We're not smoking crack. We're not backstage. Like, I need people to understand, if you're not a musician and you're watching this, just understand the green room of what y'all think goes on in the green room don't go on at all. We're back there with our phones waiting on food. That's it. Like, the artists don't even be, half of the time, don't even be in the green room with us. Especially if it's a bigger name artist. They got their own separate green room. So the stuff that y'all see in movies back in the day when Ray Charles and all them it's not it. So please relax. Please relax. Granddad, relax.
Yeah, for real.
I be messing with him, man, because he be messing with me, man. I love my granddad. But yeah, man, when you tell a church person that you're playing an outside gig, they mind just go there, and it's like, please stop that, man. So let's keep it moving. Now, you are a gospel artist. What made you decide to switch from musician to artist?
Well, man, it was when people ask me this, I really hate to sound cliche, but what I'm saying, God really put me to the forefront like that, because I was always just kind of cool, just chilling and hanging and, holding that low end down, just, relax, do whatever. But, what I'm saying, it just came to a point where, things was changing and, instances or just visions shown to me and stuff like that in my sleep or all type of stuff, man, and just hearing it clearly, man. And, what I'm saying, it just really, I was reluctant at first because, it's kind of like, what people gonna think, he used to doing this and this the mark we know, whatever like that. And I had a couple of those situations, but not really overall. People was really rocking. Yeah. And I did have some people that was, whatever, but overall people was like really rocking. And what was unique about it was how we just talked about everything and how we interacted with a lot of people. That by me laying that foundation with people and walking through that walk and creating friendships and all type of things like that. Those things, some of those friendships and some of those, relationships or whatever came back into play at some point. Right. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to move around and do the music and stuff like that, and trying to do like a little tour and all that type of stuff. So yeah, man, it was a little different. It was a little challenging at first, you know what I'm saying? But I attack everything how I do it, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be regretful about anything. Yeah. It's like, hey, I'm gonna do it. If I follow my face, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. It is what it is. And it was kind of crazy because I remember some people, a group of people that came to my first concert. And they were kind of laughing at me and stuff like that. They kind of sitting back and laughed at me and stuff like that. But what was interesting, they paid to get in. So, hey, it is right. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But those group of people didn't even last like they thought they would and all that. And I'm still going all these years, you know what I'm saying? So, that's a testament to what, you know what I'm saying, I try to be consistent about. And I think the biggest compliment that I hear from people is, man, you so consistent, man. Like, you consistent. And I'm like, I see a lot of these people stopping this. And as a musician, sometimes you like, why am I even doing this, man? Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's easy to do that. Yeah. And I question myself sometimes, like, man, I I had a little stint where I was like, man, I don't even know if I'm gonna do music no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's that type of stuff, man, that really make you who you are, and then you know you kind of on the right path because something great is about to come up out you. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Man, so yeah, you kind of answered a couple of the next questions, but that's good that you did because, like you said, there were naysayers that came just to laugh, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't come to laugh. I came to see if you could really sing.
Yeah.
So you know me, I heard you move from bass to singing, and I was like, I gotta hear it because Mark's so laid back. Mark don't sing. Like I gotta see Mark go sing. So I came in there. It was like I wonder if he's gonna fold. I'm gonna just be honest. That was my mindset.
That's what.
Yeah, I'm gonna be, but I didn't come. I wasn't one of those laughing. So I'm just I came to see if you was gonna actually fold or not, and you didn't fold at all. You did your job. The only thing from your early days to now is you could tell that you were still trying to get comfortable being at the mic. So even though you were hitting the notes, you could tell you were still nervous in your voice and all that versus now where these notes just come out and they you know what I'm saying, they strong, they killing like. So I love the progress that I've seen from you, man, because it's been dope to watch. And as soon as you was like, you know what, I'm doing this, it was up from there.
So
man. Like
it's crazy.
It was up from there. So man, shout out to Mark, man. Hand claps. My guy killing it. 2021, you put out this. Now this was your first single in 2021, Undefeated, right? Or am I missing it? Am I getting the order wrong?
Was Undefeated first? I think one of ours. No, Undefeated. No, wait. Great Guy was first. Was my very first single. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking at the wrong.
Yeah. Well, so yeah. Okay. Great Guy but it got pulled down and all that type of stuff. That was the first single I ever did.
Okay.
But I think Undefeated actually was the first. Undefeated was the first one under label properties. So that was the one that was posted. So when I got with Any Blue and Monarch, I had to pull everything down.
Okay.
So Undefeated shows on there as the first single. So you right on that.
It was because I still have that Dropbox that you said.
And
it was.
yeah. And so what was funny was I didn't even really. It was wild, man, because the night I did the concert, my very first concert.
Right.
The next day I sung at an event in Louisiana.
Okay.
So we left like that night. I think it was that night on the morning, but went and sung in Louisiana. The next week I did Six Flags. Did you play Six Flags with me? That first time? I can't remember.
I did. No, I don't think I did.
Oh, Chris played Six Flags.
Yeah.
Did Six Flags the next week. Did 3 shows that day.
Yeah.
And then the week after that, we were somewhere else. So it was just like at the gate, like boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it was crazy, like how it was. That's how, for me. That I was like, oh yeah, this is ordained. Like it was. Yeah, it was crazy.
So that was the moment where you just felt like, all right, I'm on the right path. This is what I'm supposed to do. Okay.
Yeah. And it was still a little doubt a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, you came to see if I could sing and all like that. And everybody know my family. Like everybody is like blowing. Like
all of them.
They just they hear. And I used to sing back in the day, but I got away from it because we was musicians. We was like singing wasn't cool back then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
right.
When I got into it, I was like, man, one of the things I said was when I was talking to a couple people, they was like, man, I know the music gonna be killing. You're gonna have the Ty Tribbett type music, gonna do all this. And my thing was, when I create music, I didn't want to be that person, because everybody can sing and run, and I can run all that kind of stuff. I'm not whoever our top people is in the Metroplex, but I just wanted to take a different angle with it. You know what I'm saying? Even with the music, creating the music, I want to have smacking music, but I want to have it without all the bells and whistles, because my mindset was like, A, I want everybody to sing my music.
Right.
B, if it's in church or whatever, and you got a top 10, you only got a two piece, you only got two people that can sing in your choir, you can do my music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it translated, and I released Undefeated long time ago.
I was just about to say, I still hear people singing that.
every Easter, every whatever, Palm Sunday.
Yeah.
That song and One It All. People ask for the stems, they ask for the words, they ask for, and I'm grateful for that. Like, man, it's phenomenal for the, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That's what's up right there.
Yeah,
I'm actually pitching this new song to the MD in my church, because my church is a CCM type of church. So I'm actually pitching this new song. He said he's gonna listen to it. He texted me this morning. Yeah, he texted me this morning and said he's gonna check it out. And they pretty much trust what I bring to them. So it's like I heard it. I was like, oh man, this fits the church so much. So man, yeah. So you started out as a musician, and then you switched over to the artist side of it. Kind of explain what are the difference between the two, between being an artist and being a musician.
I feel like things are a little bit more critical, as far as details and everything like that. You can kind of get away with some stuff when you're playing and everything. You just kind of show up, plug and play, do what you got to do. Yeah. Well, as far as being the lead person, you have to figure out details, when you're going to places, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many times you don't got the, hey, can you come play a such? Yeah, all right, how much is paid? All right, cool, I'll be there. Boom. Send me the songs. And that's all you worry about. But as far as the lead guy, you gotta, hey, what type of people is it? What type of church is it? What kind of venue is it? Can I do this? Can I say this? Can I wear this? Da 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 da. Can I wear a hat? Can I do this? I remember one place, and I'm not gonna drop no names on here, but I remember one place they said I couldn't have my hair down. I had to have my hair in a ponytail. I couldn't wear earrings. I couldn't do all that. Y'all can't see it. My hair is way down. So they was like, you gotta have your hair in a ponytail. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. So your people that's coming with you can't wear makeup. They can't do this. They gotta wear long skirts. You gotta all that type of stuff. So yeah, man, it's different, and then you gotta hold people accountable. I mean, you gotta do that as an MD when you're playing, but everybody else, like I said, you just fall in. But as the lead person, you gotta make sure the MD is directing the band right. Gotta make sure the band know the music. Gotta make sure this. You gotta make sure everybody getting paid. You gotta make sure this. Even if you got a manager, you gotta make sure. It's all type of stuff that you get. It's a little bit more responsibility. Yeah. Where it kind of runs hand in hand, but the head, the how I go. That lead person really got to have everything locked up.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So that's crazy. You said no makeup, hair down, no earrings. I kind of feel like I know what this place is, but I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna just leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone because I've been to a couple of places, and they like, oh no, you can't. Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't been to places where they invite me to sing, and they, okay, it's inspirational. You can't say this. We don't want you to say this, or and I'm like, okay, that's weird, but okay,
So they told you it's inspirational. So if you have something too Bible,
yeah, you gotta keep it here. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I mean, it's several things I done did. I done did a show. It was all hip hop, where I get right before the guy right before me is like, girl, in the back of the corner. They like, all right, yeah. Like next up we got Mark Ayers, and I'm like, what? How am I supposed to come behind here? Yeah, so like, I mean, but you adjust and you go, man, and that's it.
I've played some of those gigs as well, where people are just cussing. Yeah. Now here's a Kim Burrell is coming up. Like what?
Yeah.
I don't understand why they. Let me leave it alone. Let me leave it alone.
Hey, I've sung at an LGBTQ event before, so
And that was probably one of the best crowds too.
it was crazy because it was like, like everybody always say, I'm called to the nations, the Christians, everybody, like, you read your Bible, like Matthew 28, go ye therefore teach the nation. And everybody's like, everybody like, I'm going to the nation, I'm called to the nation. Well, this was like a really nation experience because they had the LGBTQ, they had the homeless, they had all type of crowd in there. And I remember I sung Undefeated. And when I got through, man, I seen them in there crying and like bawling out, bro. It was crazy.
Same.
It was crazy. It was all types of people, Asian, Hispanic, Black, everything. And those people's, they got on halters, they got on booty shorts, they got on everything, but they was crying and they, that's how it was crazy, man. So
that's the one thing I will give that community is when they support you, they support you.
Yeah.
Like it's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's no half doing it with them. If they support you, this is why a lot of artists, they go after that market, even if they not in the market, they go after that market because they know that support is different. Like, I mean, just look at Beyonce, look at her support, how it is with that crowd, and even Tank, R&B artist, you saw his support is. Everybody laughed at him. I did too because it was hilarious when he's on stage. All them dudes. I'm not even gonna get into that either. But still, he was on stage doing all that. But like his numbers, if you look at his numbers and how much money they paid, what happened? He went away. Look, so I don't know what happened there, but his numbers and everything, his numbers went up. Everything went up after he did that. Like, so I get it. It's not. I mean, I can't just. I can't. It might not be my cup of tea, but I can't really blame folks for doing it. So I'm trying to say it without getting canceled.
Yeah, it was a community event, so I didn't even know what to expect.
Yeah.
So sometimes you show up and, man, I got a list of stuff, and the same thing you got a list from playing different stuff, but I've shown up and it's been some different situations. I'm not gonna say nothing crazy, but it's been some pretty interesting situations, and I just do what I'm supposed to do, and that's it.
I filled in for a drummer. I'm not gonna say no names. I filled in for a drummer one time. And this is my first time ever at this place. I had no idea what it was. The place was called Sue Ellen's.
Yes, I know you was talking about
And so I'm again at this time I'm married, so I had my wife with me and everything, which is pretty good, which is great. So pull up and the whole club is just and I was like, what is this? What did I get myself into? And then the guitar player, who I thought was straight, he come over there and was like, man, there's a whole bunch of talent in here tonight. And I just looked at him like, excuse me, sir? I was like, yeah, well, my talent is over here because first I'm like, I didn't know, I ain't do no more gigs there, but and then I also saw some musicians who shall not be named in that place partying. By the way, I ain't going. So I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. You do what you do. I'll just say, do what you do. That's all I gotta say, man. But man, it's I love the journey that you got going on, man. One single that I'm just now looking at that I haven't heard is called "This Love." I don't know how I missed that one. I've heard "You Were There," "Feels Like Hope," all of it. I don't know how I missed that. But let the people know.
That's something I produced with Slick Music. So check that one out. That's a summer bop. Yeah, we dropped that one last year, I think. Yeah, last year.
Yeah, it's 2023. I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah.
I have no idea how I missed that, but again, you've been very consistent with what you're doing. like I said, man, I had to come make sure you could sing.
Yeah,
So I was like, man, I wonder if bro gonna really kill or not. That was my whole mindset. I wonder if bro gonna really kill or not. And I mean, you did your thing, bro. Like the music, it connects with everybody because, like you said, it's not the super gospel stuff where it's 40,000 licks in the intro and a bridge with 80 licks, and then it's like CCM, but it's more to the CCM than what it is. Like it's simple, but it's still got a lot to it. So I love it, man. I love what you're doing. It's easy for the churches to pick up. Let's talk about that now. Are there deals? Because I've heard about this, but I'm not sure how it works as far as an artist. Is there a deal where if a church is singing your song, you kind of get like royalties or something like that, or if they using your song for productions and all that? How does that work?
Yeah. So if the church sing it, okay. So if your church use Planning Center, so if it has a number on there, it says CCLI number, and anytime that and all my music is registered with CCLI.
Okay.
So if my stuff is put in there,
and
if my stuff is put in there and played and everything like that, well, even if they put it in a set list or whatever, then CCLI collects the data from that. So it goes all the way down to if people singing it, and they put it on, they record it and put it on whatever platform, then if CCLI doesn't collect it, you can get the video and send it to them, and then you get credit for it. Now there's also another platform that's secular that does that for people that's performing in a club or something.
Okay.
So where Jill Scott or whoever can get royalties from that. Like it can get real technical, but to answer your question, CCLI is the people that get that, and I get a check quarterly from that. So, and sometimes I don't even know. Sometimes it fluctuates.
It just comes.
And then so I get it and be like, oh man, I done got as big as a couple hundred bucks, and then I got as small as $15. But you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, oh, somebody somewhere singing it, So that's your question. It does do that.
That's what's up. So if my MD does decide to play the music, you actually get something for it because we use Planning Center.
Yeah.
Or is Services the same as Planning Center? It's the same thing, right? Because the app I got is called Services. It's not Planning Center.
I don't know. But they could be teamed up with that. I don't really even know. I don't even I got to look into that actually.
Yeah, because I thought it was Planning Center, but it's actually called Services. It's a little green app, and it looks like Planning Center.
Yeah, and it still should have a number on there too.
Okay.
So that number probably still generates and translates into what happens to CCLI. Okay. So yeah.
Okay.
And the new song may or may not be on there yet because CCLI, they kind of like a couple of weeks behind or sometimes. So I don't even know. I haven't even looked, but yeah.
All right. So speaking of singles and music, your new single "Feels Like Hope" just dropped on the 8th, wasn't it? I believe it was the 8th, right?
Yeah, it was 8th. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a fresh song. Kind of talk to us about this song and the process and the thought process behind this song, and we're gonna actually play it for the people to hear it.
Yeah, man, it's really kind of technical, but honestly, just to put it in a pot, you know what I'm saying, a little pot. Man, I really, like I was talking about earlier, I was like, man, I'm probably gonna give up on this stuff, and I don't really want to do it no more because, just different stuff that was happening in my life, you know what I'm saying, just that alone, it was kind of crazy. And then I was really like, and it's a whole nother subject that all of us can really talk about. I was serving at this church, man, and I was putting everything into it, doing everything, man, and then just to get cut loose like out of nowhere and just no explanation, no nothing, and and I'll just leave it at surface value on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
a lot of stuff that and for me, if I lock in with something, I bring everything. All my resources come with me.
yeah.
So I was doing everything. You know what I'm saying? And so just to get I was connecting and all that. I thought I was connecting with the pastor on some deeper stuff I was kind of talking about, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
And then just to get, you know, boom, X stop, all right, and it's like, oh, it kind of added to it. It was a bad time, and you know what I'm saying. It just happened all of that at the same time, and I was already like mentally, I was just kind of like, you know, kind of not fighting stuff, but kind of just like, dealing with things. And I was kind of getting frustrated because nobody around me was able to see that. Like, dang, you
Yeah,
can't, you call yourself this, but you can't see that I'm whatever.
yeah,
But it's just like, oh yeah, you had an off whatever little couple weeks, we done. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that with everything else that was going on. I just took a break, man, and I wasn't at a church for like a minute.
mm.
I just kind of started
Going
locking
back.
back in because I stopped, bro, because I had to like question myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I was questioning God, like this and that. But I had came up with this song and it's just the lines you're seeing there. Have hope on the mountain, peace in the valley. Then they talk about so long depression, all that type of stuff. I felt like I had never dealt with depression before. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? So I was kind of dealing with that, dealing with all type of stuff, man. And at the end of everything, after dealing with all that, it's still like I had days where I felt like I had hope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like we used to people the phrase "it feels like home,"
yeah,
and the title came to me like feels like hope, and hope could be anything that you feel like. Like it could be home, it could be love, whatever it is.
mm.
That's what the hope is. You know what I'm saying? That's what the hope symbolizes, and that's what the song is about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So yeah, that's pretty much kind of what it is.
man. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So
Yeah.
we're gonna play this song, man. I love everything you just said about it, man. And I've already heard the song like 15 or 20 times.
Yeah.
I like the vibes to it. It kind of has like a country shuffle, but it still has that straightforward, beat to it. So I like it, man. Let's pull it up real quick, and we go play it.
Already.
Let's see. There we go.
I've got hope on the mountain, and I've got peace in the valley, yeah. And Lord, in you I find safety. You give me peace through the storm. You give me hope in you. Goodbye sorrows, you're not welcome anymore. So long depression, you've overstayed your welcome. Fear you no longer have a hold on me. God's perfect love cast it out. I live in victory, you give me in you. With you there's in the valley hope. This feels like in you Lord, the love you give, it feels like home. My heart is glad and my mouth rejoices. We put our hope on your love. Yes, my soul finds rest. You're my rock and salvation. Lord, you are my fortress. Yeah. My heart is glad and my mouth rejoices. We put our hope on your love. Yes, my soul finds rest. You're my rock and salvation. Lord, you are my fortress. You give me hope. In you there's hope. With you there's hope. In the valley, through despair there's hope. Through the tears there's hope.
There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Fire right there.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. Say the production, the writing,
Appreciate it,
like
man.
everything, bro. The background vocals, all of that, man. It's just killing. So on these tracks, like a track like that, are you doing like do you have musicians coming in, or are you just kind of doing it all yourself on that?
So I played bass on this one,
Okay.
but I use one of the producers I use a lot is Hills Play. He's from actually from Nigeria,
Nice.
but like we connect a lot on a lot of the stuff that I did. Did he do Undefeated? No, Undefeated was a couple of guys here, but a lot of the stuff on my album last year, Great God and all that stuff, he produced that. And a lot of times I just kind of, I can't really play keys like fluidly, but like, you know, I can put together whatever. So I put it together. I play producer and CCM keys. I say that. So
Okay,
that'll give
okay.
you more of what, yeah. So
And then you send it
so
off.
I can, yeah. So, you know, CCM you can play whatever. But
Yeah.
as far as producer keys, I can play and get the idea.
Yeah.
Sometimes I ask people to play stuff, and then it may be 5-6 people that I ask to play until I get the right idea. But usually I play it. There's a song I got called Jesus Reigns on my record from last year, and I mean a couple years ago. And that was the one where I said, I'm gonna put all the hits in here. I just wanna, it was during a pandemic, that's when I did it.
Yeah.
I thought I'm gonna put all the hits in here. I want to show people that I can, you know, I can do that stuff too.
Yeah.
And so, but it took me forever because it was kind of feel like a Ty Tribbett. One of the songs, I forget the song, I can't think right. Stand Out. It's kind of felt like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And like all the hit, I put so many hits on it, but I had to like play keys and dun dun top,
Yeah.
dun 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 top. Dun, dun. So I was stop and record,
Yeah.
and then I put it all together, copy and paste, you know, whatever. So, and I sent it to him. He sent it back how I wanted it. Boom, there we go. All right, cool. Now I want the drums with this. So he usually does like the drum ideas for it too, the programming and everything. And because a lot of people scared to use key drums now, and I mean, and really, a lot of the industry is using key drums, and like you know, you just kind of got to adjust to what people, you know, what the industry is calling for now. So some of the stuff you can get away with it. Like this song that was key drums, was programmed. So it's like you can kind of fit it in there and everything like that. But on this particular song, I had did it and redid it several times because I was like, I heard it in my head and I couldn't grasp it. Yeah. And I've had this song finished for about, I think since last summer, last spring or whatever. Wow. Yeah, man. So I had to like continue. Like, God, dog, it's not. I heard it in my sleep. I heard it real clear, and I was like, I gotta get it close to how I hear it. Yeah. And then I didn't even think, because he's the type of producer that does he does a lot of worship stuff too, but he does like the technical. He's that type of guy. Yeah. And shout out to Hills Play, but he's that type of guy where you like, God, dog, this, you know. But he was the last person I sent it to because I said this might be a little too pulled back for him. And I sent it to him and he sent it back and I was like, yeah, yeah, I like that. And so I knew how I wanted to feel on the bass.
Yeah.
Like when we go to the back part, my heart is glad,
Yeah.
and I just sit on the one, boom, boom, and then stuff like that. It was little nuances that I felt that I wanted on there, so I knew how that was. Usually I outsource, but I knew what I wanted on this one, so I didn't really want to. Because it's easy to get too busy on a song like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that was the process for it. Then the other part was very difficult, but it sounds simple on the song. As the BGVs that and the melody of that, I wanted it to sound. I just can't even explain it. It was just the melody. I wanted it. Like I was like, should I use a choir or should I just double, triple stack vocals? I did all type of stuff and I didn't like it, and so I was trashing it. And then I had my boy. First off, my wife she came on and did the soprano, and then she did a couple parts just to kind of give like the feel of how I wanted it. And I said sure. So she was like, yeah, you gonna delete that part, right? I was like, yeah, we'll delete it. Then I called my boy Ryan Brockington.
Nice.
And he stacked I forget several, because I was like, all right, send me more stacks. He was like, this good. I was like, send more stacks, because I want to sound real big,
real full. Yeah.
So then I ended up keeping both of their stuff and I mashed it. So he was singing ho, he was singing hope, and she was singing oh. And I just put it together and made it try to sound real fat.
That's crazy. And, so you did that with two people?
Yeah, two people, man. And I said, all right, now I'm happy with it. And then I recorded part of it with Debo. Shout out to Debo.
Yeah.
I recorded at his studio. But then I wanted it to have like that airy vintage Nashville sound.
Yeah.
So I flew out to Nashville and recorded at the record shop with Nick Hall, and we just put it there, and the way he mic'd everything and how it sounded, I said, okay, cool. And then the mix and master was Vibes Mixing. John Burke out of Ohio. He does that type of stuff all the time. So it was just pieces that I said, okay, I want this to do. I want this. And it came out how I wanted it. And I was like, okay, yeah. And it's still, because you know producing stuff, your ears, you can hear the Nashville sound on it.
That's the first thing I heard.
Yeah. So it's like, I wanted that sound, that feel, even though, I didn't record everything there, you could still have, Nashville got that stamp where it's like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted it that country mixing feel, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So,
I didn't know you actually went out there. That's crazy, man. I was out there for to support a concert. Okay.
For my homie that they were doing a live recording.
Okay.
So my homegirl, she set me up with these people because she do a lot of BGVs for like session work and stuff. So she was like, I got a record. I know a place called Record Shop. I'm gonna send you there. And we went there. The studio was fire. It just looked like a 2-story house from the outside. And I went in there. It was amazing. Like I said, so we gonna do some more work there. But anyway, went there and I knocked out like 3 songs that we did, some other stuff that I haven't released yet.
Okay.
And yeah, so yeah, man, it was crazy. Yeah.
Man, that's what's up, man. Like,
yeah.
First thing that stood out, like I said earlier in the show, was the country part of it. And I was like, vibe, I heard it. Yeah. So that's dope, man, that you actually went out there to Nashville. Again, the song, the vocals, everything, the writing on it. Your writing has always, in my opinion, has always been killer. Like, again, I still have the Dropbox of stuff that you said a long time ago. Like, I was just like, man, this this writing is crazy, man. So the fact that you did that with 2 vocals, man, that's pretty dope, man. Shout out to Miss Ayers, because we ain't trying to get nobody in trouble. You gotta shout out the first lady, man. And Ryan, man, shout out to everybody. Debo, can we please get a FDN reunion or CD
bro?
or
We
something?
talked about that. We talked about it. We talked about that, bro. I asked him, bro. We talked about it,
bro.
Man.
That group there, dog.
Oh man. God, we talked about it. The hours I was there, I brought it up, bro. I brought it up.
That FDN man. If y'all haven't heard about Final Destination in Dallas, man, I just don't know what to tell you, bro. I remember going to their release concert and they had everybody on the floor. Everybody was on the floor. I'm talking about even us musicians who don't even fall out. Everybody was on the floor, man. Like it was. And then one guy, what was his name? What was that drummer that just would not get up? I couldn't remember his name. Like we 2 songs after the song where everybody was, and he was still out on the floor. Get off the floor, bro. I can't think of his name right now, and I'm mad because as soon as we log off, it's gonna pop up.
Yeah, he just gonna come to you.
But it is what it is, man. Another thing before we get off, because I don't want to keep you long. Another thing. People don't know.
You good, man. You good, man. Spring break, you good.
I still try to keep a certain time limit. Another thing people don't know, or they might know, some might know, some might not, is that you have a passion in football. Play football, and then you started off coaching Little League, right?
Yeah.
And then now you're at Duncanville High?
No, I'm at a school in Duncanville called UME Prep. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
UME Prep.
Yeah.
So we got a football person here, and I don't talk sports with a lot of musicians because these guys don't know what they talking about. Like my list is steady growing. Q Moore, you on the list now, buddy. So my list is steady growing, and I will call him out. Sput, I ain't talking with him. Q Moore, I ain't talking with him. Man Robinson, every now and then, but I ain't talking with him.
Yeah.
Said was, I don't know, man. It's certain topics was said that I ain't gonna talk about, right?
Yeah.
D cool. Yeah. Cleon started talking about conspiracy theories, and I ain't gonna go there. So that took him off the list. RC, I just don't talk to him about Dak.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have somebody here that that does sports, talk sports. He coach. How did you get into the coaching thing? Because there's a lot of people that's trying to figure out how to get into coaching, and they just have no idea how to do it. I don't know if you can tell them without, but how can people do that?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, it's crazy, but Little League, everybody just some people do it for Little League just because they son play or they daughter or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But Little League is the way to get in, and it's foundation. Like, everybody see what Coach Prime, that's where he started. But I had one coach, he just talked down so bad on Little League. Oh, this and that. And these guys think this and that. And he didn't know a bunch of stuff. And come to find out, he almost lost his job as a high school head coach. But really what I learned a lot. I learned how to, I was a head coach all those years. So from I was coaching Little League for about 12 years. So what I learned is from Little League is how to budget finances, how to order uniforms, how to deal with parents.
Yep. Oh yes.
I used to check report cards and all that type of stuff with kids. I was a dad to 15 kids, 25, 30 kids. A mentor, I was a school bus for them. I was dropping them off and all that. I was a bank, all type of stuff. But you learn all this stuff and it shapes you. And I got to a level where I was like, man, my son had stopped playing. I was still coaching the league. And so my son had went to school ball. I was still coaching the league. And so I ended up saying, man, I want to go coach school ball, So of course, if you work at an ISD, a UIL school, you have to have your certification.
Right.
So I didn't have my certification. I was like, man, how do I, try to get in? So, during the pandemic was my first year coaching a school ball, middle school, and I came in and did an interview, and I actually got hired at 3 schools, so I had to pick which ones I wanted to work at. And
Nice.
so, my experience and all that. Then we did interviews just like this. Because when nobody in person,
Yeah.
interviews like this, they loved me there. Got there to the school, and then the coach said, "All right, what is everybody comfortable with, offense or defense?" And I was like, "I can coach whatever." And one guy was like, "I'm not really." The head coach wasn't really the football guy; he was a soccer guy. And he was like, "I'm still learning, blah blah blah." So who's good with calling offense? I was like, "I can do whatever, but if you want me to call offense," and then I called offense that year, and we went like 8-1, 9-1, or whatever.
Nice.
We was blowing people out, and I was just the concepts and all that stuff. And then when I had my review at the end of the year, coach was like, "Hey, I want to pull you up to varsity."
Nice.
And I was like, "All right, cool." So I was the analyst and all that. I was in the booth, and I was the person, "Hey, check this, change that, or whatever, blah, blah, blah."
Okay.
Did that for a couple of years, man. And I was assistant offensive coordinator. At one point, I was assistant OC and assistant DC.
Okay.
So I was able to get the game and, lock in and do all that and create some really good stuff. And then I felt like I wanted to elevate. So when I had my review with the head coach, I asked him, I said, how would you feel about relinquishing your calling offense? Because honestly, that was kind of holding us back, blah, blah, blah. Defense was playing lights out. Offense, we was just kind of like, robots, what I'm saying? We was like real one-dimensional.
The Cowboys.
And, yeah, probably worse. Probably worse. And then, so he was like, I didn't really want to do that. I really like doing this, whatever, but we'll increase what you do. And I just was like, man, let me test the waters. And I was trying to apply for a head coach. I felt like I was ready to be a head coach at the high school level. And ended up taking there, and they were like, all right, we're going to hire you as the DC. And I really went in that interview, and I don't tell everybody to do this, so let me. But I went in, I made demands. I was like, if I come here, I only want to be a coordinator. Like, I have other options that I can go interview at or whatever, blah, blah, blah. They called me at the end of the day and was saying, we want to offer you the job.
Nice.
You're going to come on as a DC. I was the DC for a month. The guy, the coach brought somebody with him from his former school. And he said, hey, I feel more comfortable with you being the LC. So I want y'all to swap. And that was that, man. My first year as OC was last year. And hey, we was partying, man. Yeah, man. And I interviewed for some head coaching positions and everything, man. So I'm really been building my resume, but people been seeing, hey, this guy is the guy. And I made a couple of lists like up and coming coach and all type of stuff like that. So I'm still kind of playing it here, but now I'm back in school trying to get my certification. And man, trying to move up the charts, man. So
man, that's what's up right there, man. So yeah, you'll be a head coach pretty soon, man. It's no doubt about it. It's no doubt about it in my mind. You will be a head coach. I ain't even worried. I'm just waiting on the announcement at this point. That's how I'm looking at it, bro. So with that said, we play this game before we let our guests get off called Choosing. Choosing is a game of scenarios. It can be anything from food, sports, music, whatever. And you get to choose, to eat this or that. Basically, it's this or that. And then if it's too tough, you can plead the fifth. We've only had 2 people plead the fifth since 2020. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So the first one is going to be running backs. Who are you choosing? Warwick Dunn or LaDainian Tomlinson?
Ooh. I'm a guy. I better all around is LT. I gotta go LT. Yeah. I love both of them. I used to be, You know, I used to be a Tampa Bay fan. Heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. LT. Are you taking prime Pat Mahomes or prime Peyton Manning?
Prime Peyton Manning.
Really?
Hands down.
Really?
Hands down. Yes. I mean, but you kind of like the era of the game is different, but
that's tough, dog.
It's very tough. But if I'm taking like, man, that era back, man, it's like when they can hit the quarterback and break your bones and all that, when they can do all more stuff and all that, yeah. Peyton was too clutch, dog.
That's tough. I don't know, man.
You can't touch the quarterback today, though. So it's like
I still might have to stick with Pat, dog.
Yeah,
Pat is.
I mean,
he coming.
Pat definitely special, but Peyton Manning was in some. He was in some situations, dog, that I gotta give it to him. Him and that long neck, I gotta give it to him.
Dog. All right.
That giraffe neck he got.
That's tough. I think I'm gonna stick. I think I'll take Pat in that one. Prime Jerome Bettis or prime Sean Alexander.
Jerome was unstoppable, man. I gotta go Jerome. He was unstoppable when he.
Yeah, Sean did win MVP though.
Yeah, Sean won MVP, but bust, man.
Yeah, I think I'm going Jerome too. Ooh. I'm going Jerome too. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I take Jerome too. Okay. Which era in the NBA? Because we got this whole we done with the 90s era. Which era of the NBA is better? The 90s, 2000s, or the 2010s?
90s.
No.
90s.
No.
90s.
2000s.
90s. That's when 90s was when they was playing that rough defense.
I played rough in 2000s too.
That's when they started kind of lightening up though. So
the 2000s era.
I can say either or with it. I say either or 90s. I say 90s or 2000s, but if I gotta pick, I say 90s overall.
I'm just saying the 2000s had a mix of the 90s rules, and they had a mix of the 2010s talent, and they just put them together in one generation. That 2000s.
I get what you're saying, but yeah, that 90s, man, is.
I go back. You see, old dude ain't doing. We done with the 2000s because he know better. Know better. Don't bring that era up. He can't. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. So like, I'm sorry. Nah, it's 2000s.
And then I like the 90s because you be when the game come on, and they just make you just it's ball time. Let's go.
So, all right. So okay, since you're a 90s guy, I'm gonna have to throw this in there because I don't do this conversation no more. But let's just throw it in there anyway. Jordan, LeBron, or Kobe?
I mean, Jordan a GOAT, dog. I'm sorry, that's Jordan. I mean, and if I gotta go out there, I'm going Kobe. LeBron is for me, like, and I like LeBron.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's a tight end playing basketball with speed. So he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to dominate. And then hey. Because we'll have if Jordan had the same body frame, it'll be the same. Same conversation. But he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's so big. So I'm like, yeah, man, you kind of, you kind of got supposed to do this, dog. So yeah, I got to. Kobe just was so finesse, bro. But Jordan, man, it's just everything about Jordan, the swag, the shoes, the game, I'm gonna mess you up. I mean, getting in people's face at practice. And Kobe did the same thing.
Yeah.
Give me the ball. I want to win.
I'm
all
Kobe.
That. Yeah. So
I think I take the guy that gets slept on the most out of all three of them. I take Kobe out of all three because Kobe copied the greatest and mimicked it to the T.
Yeah.
And then what Kobe did better than Jordan, to me, Kobe was a better defender. Kobe was a better ball handler, and he was a better 3-point shooter. So with that said, I gotta take Kobe over, and then I'm gonna just take Kobe's over LeBron, just the killer instinct. So
the game management though, like Jordan just, it's like, and then you just said it yourself. He mimicked it. Like you mimicked the greatest. Like, so hey,
he did.
Like,
He mimicked what everybody calls the GOAT, but in the process of mimicking him, he's a better 3-point shooter. He's a better defender and a better ball handler. Just because it was different times, you know, they was shooting more threes.
And then the thing is, as the game grows, shooting gets better. You know, look at Steph.
Yeah,
like he's just ridiculous. So, I mean, I try to refrain from these conversations because like the eras were completely different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they wasn't getting like kicked in the stump in the side while they were shooting stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
Playing the bad boy Pistons, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't getting punched in the stomach.
See.
While he trying to lay up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
this is why I will always stick with the 2000s, because AI got beat up. Kobe versus the 2004 Pistons and all them, they got beat up. Like,
yeah, Ben Wallace and all them.
Yeah, so you won't see that in the 2010s and the 2020s now. Like, yeah, so
Draymond try to be there, but yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
I ain't gonna go with Draymond right now. But yeah, 2000s will always be my era of basketball. Now, as far as NFL, I struggle to pick an era of NFL. I kind of lean towards the 2000s in that too, with the Peyton and Brady matchups going at it, Pittsburgh being what they were, Baltimore being what they. It's kind of it's more difficult to decide as far as NFL, but NBA I got 2000s all day. I had another.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel like Deion was before his time?
Yes. Jordan was too.
Yeah, Deion was definitely like this. Everything, the swag, everything was way before.
Deion was before his time. Jordan was before his time.
Yeah.
And people forget, like they always say, Will Jordan didn't go to the playoffs with the Wizards, but look at the numbers Jordan was putting up, and look who he was playing with at the time. Like they brought in Stackhouse one year, last year I believe, and they were supposed to be better, but Jordan was still doing Jordan things. So for people that be like Jordan can't play in this era, like stop that. Please stop that. And Jordan can't go left. And come on, bro.
Yeah, I saw somebody. I was watching something the other day, and they was like, he said, "Man, Larry Bird couldn't play in this era." I'm like, you know Larry Bird did. Like,
I'm telling you, because
like Larry would definitely play in this era and still ball. Like,
bro. I don't understand it at all. And I just
this is new generation. They didn't really witness it, man. So.
One dude on TikTok said Jordan is what's Jaylen Brown? He said Michael Jordan is nothing but Jaylen Brown. I was like, okay.
Yeah, okay.
There's no point of even entertaining. It's no okay. Yeah,
it's the new cats, man. That's all they see is LeBron. Like, okay.
It is what it is on that.
I've never seen nobody standing at 4 a.m. for some LeBrons at Foot Locker. But let's go on past that.
Yeah. Right, because we'll be on this topic all day. Then here come the Q Moores and all them coming in the comment section. No, we good on that. I had another one. I'm trying to find it. It disappeared from my phone list for some reason. I had some more. I don't know what I did. I think I just accidentally deleted.
Yeah.
But man, where did they go? I don't know what happened to them. They just disappeared. Oh, who's the next big thing in the NBA as far as like you know how we talk about LeBron being to go to his generation, Kobe to go to his generation, etc. Who is the next between Luka, SGA and OKC, Anthony Edwards, or Jason Tatum? Or is he Giannis?
I was gonna say Giannis, but Sean Gilchrist is like, man, he turning the thing up, dog. I don't know. And for me, I can't say Tatum because Tatum kind of disappeared when it's time to just like end the game, man. He kind of disappeared. But that Giannis dog, hey, Giannis gonna be great for a long time. So, but Sean Gilchrist and Luka, that's hard, man. I gotta go with Giannis though. I gotta go with Giannis. You can't stop Giannis.
Giannis is ahead of him because he already got a ring.
Yeah, you can't stop Giannis, bro. They try to do everything to stop him. You can't stop him.
But if he fails with Dame Lillard, that's gonna take away.
Then we gotta talk about that.
Yeah, that's gonna take away. And then I don't know. I mean, I guess you can.
I'm gonna
the Luka
somebody
situation.
Else in there that nobody really talking about.
Who?
Kuminga gonna be all right here in a little bit.
You said Kuminga?
I think, yeah, Kuminga gonna be.
He ain't gonna be in the GOAT conversation though.
I don't know, man. I think for me, you know, I'm a Warriors fan. I think we kind of holding him hostage right now, and I think if he go somewhere else, and he just open to just do what he can do, I think, yeah, man, he don't fit over here at the Warriors. But you know what I'm saying? If he goes somewhere, he gonna open that thing up, man.
Okay, we go.
I'm not sold on Wembyana. I'm sorry.
Hey, that man gonna be a beast.
I'm not sold yet.
I watched some of they. He's gonna be a beast, and because he's out there, he don't even know what he's doing. He's just playing.
Yeah, so, I think once he get it and they put him with somebody, with
Tim Duncan and what's his name? Tim Duncan and Robinson off season. Watch next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When they put him with somebody, then I think I'll be a believer. But right now, he kind of I can't say him right now.
Yeah, and then my last one before I let you go. Which super team do you think have a better chance of winning the championship this year? The Clippers, the Suns, or the Celtics?
Celtics.
Are the Celtics considered a super team though? I guess kind of because you got Drew Holiday, you got Porzingis, then you got Tatum and Brown. That's 4.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think I'm picking them because Porzingis added another dimension to their team.
Man.
And that's what I think they wanted Tatum to kind of be part of what he do. And Tatum don't play big like Porzingis. So Porzingis got one job and he doing his job. So that may put them over the hump.
It's good to see Porzingis finally,
healthy
and doing his thing. Yeah,
hopefully.
Because even when he left Dallas, he had nothing negative to say. He's like he just didn't like how the coaching would have him in the 3-point, corner. Which I did a podcast about it. Rick Carlisle. I wanted Rick Carlisle fired for that reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad to see Porzingis doing his thing. I think Luka and Anthony Edwards are the two to watch as far as the future GOAT conversation. Because I know Giannis is. I mean, Giannis.
I think Luka got to learn to defend though.
He's defending this year though. Like, I clown him on his defense. He's defending this year.
Sometimes he just
he whines to the refs.
Yeah.
My only thing, he gotta stop whining to the refs if he don't get a foul.
Yeah, he gotta stop whining.
But
you can't stop him either on offense. When he put that pedal to the metal, it's like, oh, all right. But you can't stop that bull.
Like even last night when they played Chicago, if he's on defense and they playing half court defense, he can play.
Yeah.
Like it's a couple
I
times
don't like how he picked up
past
people.
him.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
Yeah. He gotta play half court.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna run back on fast break.
Yeah, he just not a guy that's a pickup guy. Like I don't like him like that,
but yeah, man, it's dope, man. Having my bro on, man. Shout out to Mark. Let's let them know where they can follow you, man.
Yeah, so you can follow. You can check my website out, markayersmusic.com. And on Instagram, I'm _Mark Ayers Music. MARKAYERS Junior. No, not Junior. No, I'm sorry. And then on Facebook, it's the same thing, Mark Ayers Music, without the underscore first. And Twitter is also Mark Ayers Music. So I try to keep everything neutral. So
yeah, there it is. You got anything? Any shows coming up that you might want to promote or anything?
Yeah, we got some stuff coming up. We're still trying to talk with one of the other artists that's supposed to be a part.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I don't have a date for it yet, but yeah,
Okay.
we got that. I'm going to do a couple of things that's coming up. So we're just kind of waiting on that to get processed. But you can just keep jump on one of those platforms I mentioned, and you're gonna see what we're doing, man. I don't put anything on my regular page on Facebook because I want to make everybody go to my platform. So like, we
I need
create
to
all
start
this other
doing
stuff
that,
and
yeah.
paying for these websites $40-$50 a month, and then we still on our regular page saying, "Here's my new stuff." No, you gotta condition the people to go to your stuff. So that's free game for anybody. Go make them go to your stuff. Like I see K got dope content. He got this. He got that. You got to make people go to your YouTube. You got to make people do all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So that's the part because I will have a month where I tell people you can only see this here, and then I'll have another month where I just get irritated. I'm like, you know what? Let's just post it here, huh? Take it. You know, so I gotta stay consistent on that part because that's the part I'm not consistent with as far as like. Go to the website because I got all this on the website and I pay for the website.
Yeah, right.
Like,
right. I sell stuff on there. I sell tickets. I do whatever,
Yeah. Merch, all that.
I should have had this streaming from the website too. So
okay,
but all type of stuff, man. And because some people thought I wasn't even doing music no more because I don't post on my regular page. I'm like, yeah, I do. Yeah. You just gotta go where you can see it, So
yeah, that's what's up, man. So. For those who are new to Dope Content, dopecontent.com, Dope Content YouTube. We do Twitch as well. I mean anything Dope Content. If it's Dope Content with the K, as you see on the screen, it's there. So Dope Content with the K, Facebook, Instagram, which I need to start building Facebook and Instagram because I haven't done those platforms yet, not consistently. This will be on the Amazon, Roku, and Apple TV once we release it Friday. So this will be released, but it will also be on YouTube sometime today. Hopefully today. YouTube sometimes take all day. So hopefully this will be on YouTube today, but we will also have this on Amazon, Roku, and Apple TV. So be on the lookout for that. Download the Dope Content channel because it's not just me. We have other content creators that's going to be putting fire stuff on there. I got more interviews coming up, so it's going to be dope. And then some of the throwback interviews we're going to have on there as well. So just go check it out. It's on demand. It's going to be set up kind of like a Netflix style type of page, so you could go to different categories. So
I see it.
Yeah, we trying to get it, bro. So you will be. I got you and I got J Rose tomorrow. Y'all will be the first two new interviews that will actually be on that platform. So shout out to y'all, man. And until next time,
shout out
man.
to you for being consistent, dog. You've been doing your stuff for a minute.
Bro.
I see you at the Wings game. I see you at the XFL. I see you here. Bro. Hey, dog, I'm proud of you, man. So doing your thing,
dog. I appreciate it, see, but I get that mindset from hanging around people like y'all. You know what I'm saying? We talked about it. You come in, you say, I'm gonna do this. I had a vision in my head. I had dreams. God telling me to do this. The same thing with Dope Content. Yeah. Like it was just different visions, and it's like, man, I don't know nothing about media and all this stuff and yada yada. But it's like, no, go do it. So I just started doing it, and it kept picking up. I tried to quit at least 3 or 4 times, bro. I done had months where I was like, I don't want to do this no more, bro, because I'm wasting too much energy, too much resources, too much time. And you get your moments where you're like, man, these people ain't really supporting like that. So but nah, man, anytime I do get that feeling and I be like, I'm done, some random person from Chicago or India or somebody, like I've had people hit me up from Canada and it's just like, nah, bro, please do this because you inspire us. And I was like, oh, really? You know what I'm saying? Never. And people, one thing I'm gonna tell content creators, artists, people see your stuff. They just don't want you to know that they see it. They see your stuff, they hear your stuff. They just don't want to let you know that they hear it or see it. So just keep doing it. I've had people tell me that I was surprised ever seeing my stuff. It's like, yeah, we seen you on something. What?
Mm-hmm. And then click no button.
Didn't say nothing. And I'm like, this goes from just average person to names.
Yeah.
Come to me, it's like, oh man, I seen you do this and do what? Like I'll be at these events. Oh man, I seen what?
Yeah.
Like let me say something. Like whatever. I'll go on a rant. Let me just let me leave that alone, man. But much love to you, bro. Shout out to you for coming through, man. Make sure you follow him on all the platforms. Mark Ayers Music, and the website. Say it again.
MarkAyersMusic.com.
MarkAyersMusic.com. There it is. So until next time, y'all be safe. We're out.